main attraction of the Liberty Lounge, which is usually the second stop for most after short greetings and introductions, is the bar. This somewhat unique bar offers guests a chance to be served poolside or on the patio. The stairs leading down to the pool give the aspiring mother-in-law bartender safe and easy access to both. A tip jar is not only unnecessary, but unwelcome because knowing your friends are cheap is not something to be reminded of for every occasion. Also, isn't leaving a bottle with 2 shots worth of cheap gin at the bar enough? No outdoor bar would be complete without an 85-inch television screen for game day. Whether you're into football, baseball, bowling, or badminton, an obnoxiously large television is the way to go. Anything less would be a disappointment to your guests. The advancement of their ages in conjunction with decreased vision will have everyone appreciating your decision to do the right thing. The covered outside dining area is the place to be to stay out of the sun, have a somewhat decent meal, and drink so much that you don't really care. Alcohol helps you forget about the bad things. Multiple ceiling fans help reduce the heat from the searing Florida sun while also making access to food and humans difficult for flies and mosquitoes, respectively. Nothing gets a party started like a dozen middle-aged white people awkwardly dancing to 80s music. The honkies will be out in full force to show off their moves in acceptance to African American hits like The Thong Song, Baby Got Back, and Ice Ice Baby. No filming, please. We are professionals with careers. Some say the fun never ends at the Liberty Lounge. Those people obviously like karaoke and have settled for mediocrity. Karaoke is a unique activity where a variety of music can be played and butchered. As long as the alcohol keeps flowing, only the designated drivers will be annoyed. Karaoke can also be used to end the party, so if it's late and the karaoke starts, take the hint. Billiards is another simple game where guests can continue to drink as they play. A physically undemanding game that helps pass the time when you want to avoid others or have a moderate amount of fun. Free lessons by Roy. Just pick up a pool cue. No bar is complete without darts. Not the plastic automatic set that keeps score for you, but metal darts that can put out an eye or stick right in someone's ass. A chalkboard with various colors of chalk makes it easy to keep score or draw juvenile pictures. There's no shortage of good times. Who doesn't love a photo booth? Ugly people. But that's okay because ugly people plus alcohol equals photo booth. The variety of props goes far beyond any Hollywood studio. Props include wigs, eyeglasses, facial hair, and any item that gets left behind from previous parties. For those the tassels that I left here last month, they look good on Vic, but only because pink suits him. The pool is another main attraction of the Liberty Lounge. Whether you're lounging like a lazy lardass or lunging loudly like Laura Ludwig, famous volleyball player, the pool is the place to be to cool down. The rules are minimal in the pool where drinks are not only allowed but encouraged, as evidenced by the partially submerged bar stools next to the bar top. Also, noodles for everyone! One of the more exciting ways to spend time at the Liberty Lounge, water volleyball offers guests a way to burn some calories while also remaining cool. Whether you're a natural player or just too close to the action, getting wet is only part of the fun. The hot tub is another main attraction for partiers where relaxing in a 10-person hot tub offers room to stretch out, be massaged, fall asleep, or even pass out. The hot tub's view of the Florida night sky adds to the relaxation. The grotto. What happens in the grotto stays in the grotto. No cell phones or cameras, please. Also, clean up after yourself. You know who you are. The outdoor activity area provides a variety of games and activities for guests who would like to avoid other guests or interact with others without having a meaningful conversation. Similar to water volleyball, but a bit more competitive and dirty, sand volleyball attracts a variety of players for a challenge. The regulation-sized net and court is a pleasant surprise at the Liberty Lounge. The fine sand that makes up the court has been imported from France. Ooh la la! Badminton. Keeping up with the heads has never been so obvious with the inclusion of badminton. Mr. Liberty's unique variety of shuttlecocks will be the envy of anyone who has ever played a game of badminton. No need to have a separate court because the sand volleyball court can be utilized. Cornhole. Another game which attracts a variety of players. These custom-made cornhole boards show the Liberty's fondness of the Florida Gators. Not that the Gators will ever have a cornhole team, but why not pretend? The blue and orange cornhole bags along with a bench with drink holders is a nice addition to the somewhat exciting game of cornhole. A golf simulator is a nice touch for the middle-aged men to play around and discuss sports or some other mundane matter that most only pretend to understand. After a few rounds, or when it's time for a drink refill, the golf simulator will be a soon forgotten memory compared to the more exciting features of the Liberty Lounge. As if the golf simulator was not enough, the pitching radar gun offers the gentlemen another way to metaphorically measure their dicks. The men who care will do pretty well and boast about it to their wives, if they have one who won't care anyway, while the men who don't do as well will not give it a second thought. Middle-aged masculinity equals good times. The fire pit area seats a dozen people comfortably in reclining soft chairs. It's nice for those 5 or 6 nights out of the year when it's a freezing 50 degrees. Drink holders near the pit keep your beverages hot with a table nearby with all the accessories for making s'mores. The private smoking area is an attempt to keep smokers away from people who care about their health while giving them the illusion that they are being treated well. The secluded table with a few somewhat comfortable chairs is minimally furnished, which may be considered as a passive-aggressive afterthought of the Liberty Lounge. The dog park isn't really much of a dog park. It's more of a designated dog defecation district. Watch your step. Due to the rules of residing in a gated community, trees for privacy is an important yet unappreciated feature. Whether it's a nosy neighbor, snooping sports player, or pervy postal worker, the dense line of trees offers privacy while the view gives the illusion of being somewhere other than a neighborhood with old busybodies with nothing else to do. Sure, some of them want to be invited over for good times, but the Karens just want to ruin everyone's day. Hide the fun with creative landscaping so the Karens only have an audio evidence. Parking. Not the most exciting aspect of the Liberty Lounge, but it's a necessity for the abundance of guests. The Liberties are no strangers to detail. The decorative angled parking spaces give ample room for trucks and even the occasional RV for friends who would rather spend the night than risk taking the life of an innocent victim of DUI or running off the side of the road to sleep in their vehicle. Safety is number one at the Liberty Lounge, even though this is the first mention of it.